Okay, good morning. This is Rosalina Michael, and this is my YouTube channel. I have a ministry and I have a company. My ministry actually is my company, so I have 9 different ministries under Rosalina Michael Ministries, and I've been working on this for a few years now. So please like, subscribe, and share if you like the topics that I talk about and that I post. But also I write books and I write Bible study material. So today specifically is going to be an advertise my 2 booklets, and then a friend of mine's material that she creates as well that I think you'll find very valuable. So Rosalina Michael Ministry stands for Emotional Intelligence and Spiritual Maturity. So if you have a look at my other videos, I go into more details of the aims and the keys of Rosalina Michael Ministries. If I do look like I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at my notes. And so further than that, the idea is to teach people boundaries. The idea is that I went through a few things over a period of 10 years, and I learned that if you establish boundaries, you determine what your boundaries are, and you put God first in every area of your life, and then you implement boundaries. So if you're putting God first, God is a God of love, so boundaries flows from a place of love. But it's love for yourself, because when you put down boundaries, it's to protect, but to also to keep out anything that's toxic or unhealthy for your soul and for your spiritual walk. So what I do truly believe, this is what Rosalina Michael Ministry stands for, is that if you're emotionally stable, you can't be spiritually manipulated. And manipulation, control, and deception is not from God. So when you are dealing with people in church or in your business, and they are trying to guilt trip or shame you or manipulate you to get you to do what they want you to do, if you recognize your own emotional space regarding the situation or a topic or a person, you can take control of the situation, which is connected to boundaries, and you can make sure that the person can't hurt you or can't use you or can't misuse you. So with that said, what I teach is grace, because it starts with you accepting Jesus as your Lord and Savior. Then from there flows forgiveness. So you forgive yourself and you forgive others, because Jesus forgave you. Alright? You have to accept Jesus' forgiveness first in order to forgive. And then from there flows either reconciliation or boundaries, depending on the relationship, depending on what happened, depending on the other person. Reconciliation is not always possible if the other person isn't willing to work with you to establish healthy boundaries for both of you. So depending on the clients that come to me, depending on how severe their case is, depending on who they're dealing with, and if they're dealing with very narcissistic, very heavy manipulative people, unless the manipulative person is willing to get help, you would need to distance yourself. Okay, so I have a psychology channel as well called Psycho at Work, where I upload videos as well. But for today, what I'm doing is I'm advertising Galatian booklet. It's a course, and I run it every 4 times in a year, because it's an 8-week course, so I can run it 4 times a year. What we do specifically is we look at each chapter in the form of questions and answers, and then we look at psychological terms that I have compiled into the booklet to assist us to evaluate and grow our lives emotionally and spiritually, because we can choose to be emotionally strong and stable, which leads to spiritual maturity. The booklets cost 180 Rand a booklet. If you're getting it in electronic form, it will cost you an extra 60 Rand if you're asking me to give you one in a hard copy. Okay? I do have leaders who work with me, so the leaders will get the leaders who run their own group using this booklet get a cut from that booklet. So to make it clear, I'm situated in Bloemfontein, but I want my aim for this ministry is to have the Bible studies run in different cities, in different environments. So if you want to work with me, specifically running the Bible study, so it will have a leader as the Bible study. It's not a booklet you work through by yourself. You work through it with a leader who I train, And the Bible study is conducted in a group, not more than 10 people in the group, via Zoom or Teams if you don't live in Bloemfontein, or in person if you're in Cape Town and I have a leader who can help me in Cape Town. If you want me specifically and you live in Cape Town, you would need to do it via Zoom or via Teams. So the aim with this is, as a team, we have different leaders in different cities. I would like the different leaders in different environments to influence the environment using the booklets. So the idea is to challenge the person to dig deeper with their relationship with God, but to also have a look at what do they think emotional intelligence is. What do they think they have control over in their lives? Do they think they struggle with certain things? Because if you're working on you, you can influence the environment around you. The idea is to actually stay emotionally stable in every situation, no matter what happens. Or to rotate people out who try to trigger you and to disrupt your peace. So you would contact me if you're interested, and I'll leave my details in the description below. I would also like for my team to grow. So if you are interested in either editing videos or editing material, because I need somebody to read through my material once I've done with it, so that I can write the next booklet. If you're interested in selling the material, contact me. So if you're good at marketing, if you're good at sales, but sales in a godly way, if you're good at finance, so you want to manage the financial part of my company, contact me. I will one day post exactly what my ministry is in the 9 different ministries. I started out with 7, and as I've been praying with the Lord, it's changed to 9. The idea is to transform communities towards emotional and spiritual health. Then the second booklet is Philippians booklet. It's structured the same way, but you're working through Philippians. So you're working through each chapter, questions and answers with psychological terms, and you're discussing it. That's the reason for it being a relatively small group, so we can discuss and we can be comfortable. And then disciple making disciples. So if you were a member of the group and you're wanting to be a team leader of a group, disciples making disciples. But Philippian booklet specifically runs 5 times a year because it's a shorter course. Then Kerry Ann Gordon. So her company is called Mindful Moves. I spoke to her the other day. She's doing wonderful things in her community. I will put her information in my description below, so you can contact her directly or go to her website. She focuses on neurofeedback, brain training, teacher and parent consulting, courses and workshops, primitive reflexes integration, and movement programs. So I will put her information in the description below. Please do contact her if you think that you could learn from her courses. I know that just in the short amount of time that I've known her, I've learned so much from her. So stay tuned for more, and please like, subscribe, and share.